Once upon a time, an old lady lived in a small village. She was kind, wise, and always cheerful. Everyone in the village loved her dearly. People often visited her to seek advice or share their problems. One day, a young man from the village asked her, "Why are you always happy? No matter what happens, you never seem sad. Don't you ever feel bad when things go wrong?" The old lady smiled softly and replied, "My dear, life is filled with ups and downs. Some days are good while others are difficult. But I have learned that true happiness comes from within, not from the things happening around me." The young man looked confused and asked, "What do you mean? How can you stay happy when bad things happen?" The old lady then shared a story from her own life. "When I was young, I had a loving family, a husband, and children. We were not wealthy, but we were happy. One day, my husband became very sick, and we did not have enough money to buy the medicine he needed. We tried everything we could, but sadly, he passed away. It was the most heartbreaking day of my life. I cried for a long time and believed I would never be happy again." The young man listened carefully as she continued. "After some time, I realized that staying sad forever would not bring my husband back. My children needed me, and I needed to discover a way to be happy again. I began looking at life from a different perspective. I understood that life will always bring both good and bad moments, but I decided I would never allow the difficult moments to steal my happiness." The young man looked at her with surprise. "But how did you do that?" he asked. The old lady smiled and answered, "Every morning when I wake up, I tell myself, today is a brand new day, and I will find something to be happy about. Some days are more difficult than others, but I always find something. Maybe the sun is shining, maybe a flower has bloomed, or maybe I meet a friend. There is always something to be thankful for." The young man thought for a moment before asking, "But what if something truly terrible happens? How can you still remain happy?" "It's not easy," the old lady replied. "But I remind myself that everything passes. Even the hardest times will not last forever. Whenever something bad happens, I simply tell myself, this too shall pass. Then I focus on the good things I still have, such as my health, my friends, or even the simple blessing of being alive." She continued, "Happiness is a choice. You can choose to focus only on the bad things and remain unhappy, or you can choose to notice the good things and find joy. It may not always be easy, but it is always possible." The young man thanked the old lady for her wise words. As he left her home, he decided to follow her advice. From that day forward, he began searching for something good in every situation, just like the old lady had taught him. Slowly, he noticed that his life became better. Even when things went wrong, he stayed positive and found happiness in the little things. Soon, the old lady's story spread throughout the village. More and more people realized that happiness is not about what you own or what happens to you. It depends on how you choose to see life. They learned to stay happy in every situation, just like the wise old lady. And so, the village became a happier place, all because of one wise woman who shared the secret of true happiness. Happiness is a choice that comes from within. No matter how difficult life becomes, we can always find joy in the little things and choose to focus on the good. Life's challenges will eventually pass, but a positive attitude helps us stay strong, peaceful, and content.